My mom had me when she was 17 years old, and she was still in high school.
Levels of fame and wealth that are hard to comprehend.
Our stock peaked somewhere around $113. Our stock went down to $6.
As a result of going up 70% this year, you have become the wealthiest man in the world.
In 1994, Jeff Bezos walked away from a secure, high-paying job on Wall Street after discovering that internet usage was growing at an unprecedented rate. He knew the idea of selling books online had a high chance of failure, yet he still packed his bags and started Amazon from a small garage. For years, the company operated without profit, while critics predicted its collapse. Today, Amazon has reshaped global commerce and cloud technology. This video takes you inside the real life of Jeff Bezos, how he took that risk, how he built his wealth, and how he actually lives behind the success. Background and early life. Jeffrey Preston Bezos was born on January 12, 1964, in Albuquerque, New Mexico. His early life was shaped by a mix of instability and intellectual curiosity. His biological father left when Jeff was still an infant, and his mother later married Miguel Bezos, a Cuban immigrant who adopted Jeff and gave him his last name. Jeff Bezos has often credited his stepfather for teaching him discipline, resilience, and the value of hard work. From an early age, Bezos showed a strong interest in how things worked, often dismantling household objects just to understand their mechanics. Bezos spent part of his childhood on his grandparents' ranch in Texas, where he learned practical skills like repairing windmills and working with machinery. These experiences helped develop his problem-solving mindset.
He was incredibly self-reliant. He did everything himself. He didn't call a vet if one of the animals was sick. He figured out what to do himself. He would take on major projects that he didn't really know how to do, and then figure out how to do it.
Academically, Bezos excelled and later attended Princeton University, where he graduated in 1986 with a degree in electrical engineering and computer science. His academic focus laid the foundation for his future in technology and data-driven decision-making, long before the idea of Amazon even existed. How he made money. Before becoming an entrepreneur, Jeff Bezos worked on Wall Street, holding positions at firms such as Fittel, Bankers Trust, and D.E. Shaw. At D.E. Shaw, a prominent hedge fund, Bezos quickly rose through the ranks and became one of the youngest senior vice presidents in the firm's history. In 1994, while analyzing the rapid growth of internet usage, which was expanding at an annual rate of over 2,000%, Bezos identified a rare opportunity. He made the risky decision to leave his high-paying Wall Street job and move to Seattle to start an online bookstore. That company became Amazon. Bezos launched Amazon from his garage with a simple idea: sell books online with a larger selection than any physical store could offer. In its early years, Amazon struggled financially, reinvesting nearly all revenue into growth rather than profit. Bezos warned investors that profitability would come later, focusing instead on scale and customer trust. Amazon went public in 1997, raising capital that allowed the company to expand rapidly. Over time, Amazon evolved from an online bookstore into a global e-commerce and technology powerhouse. Bezos' wealth grew primarily through his ownership stake in Amazon, which became the main source of his fortune. Daily habits and work routine. Jeff Bezos is known for his disciplined and structured daily routine. Unlike many executives who glorify extreme working hours, Bezos emphasizes making high-quality decisions over sheer time spent working. He prefers to schedule important meetings in the morning, when his energy and focus are at their peak. Bezos has publicly stated that he avoids making more than a few major decisions per day to prevent mental fatigue. One of his most well-known habits is prioritizing sufficient sleep. Bezos believes that getting 8 hours of sleep allows him to think clearly and make better decisions. During his time as CEO of Amazon, he focused heavily on long-term strategy rather than micromanaging daily operations. He also introduced principles such as the two-pizza team, where teams should be small enough to be fed with 2 pizzas, encouraging efficiency and accountability. Where he lives. Jeff Bezos has lived in several high-profile locations over the years, reflecting both his growing wealth and changing lifestyle. For many years, his primary residence was in Seattle, close to Amazon's headquarters. He owned multiple properties in the area, including a large estate in Medina, Washington, which became one of his most well-known homes. In recent years, Bezos has spent significant time in other locations, including Washington, D.C., and Florida. His living arrangements often align with his business interests, such as overseeing Amazon operations, managing Blue Origin, or engaging with media and political circles. Despite his immense wealth, Bezos' residences are chosen for privacy, security, and strategic convenience rather than constant public display. Properties he owns. Jeff Bezos has invested heavily in real estate, owning several high-value properties across the United States. His properties include multiple homes in Washington state, a large mansion in Beverly Hills, and additional estates in New York and Florida. Some of these properties were acquired over time as part of long-term investments, while others serve as personal residences. Unlike some billionaires who frequently trade luxury properties, Bezos tends to hold on to real estate assets for extended periods. His real estate portfolio reflects both personal comfort and financial strategy, offering stability and long-term value. These properties also provide privacy, a critical factor for someone of his global prominence. Investments. Beyond Amazon, Jeff Bezos has diversified his wealth through strategic investments. One of his most significant ventures is Blue Origin, a private aerospace company he founded in 2000. Blue Origin focuses on developing reusable rockets and advancing space exploration with the long-term goal of enabling millions of people to live and work in space. Bezos is also the owner of The Washington Post, which he acquired in 2013. He has stated that his interest in the newspaper is rooted in preserving quality journalism rather than generating short-term profit. Additionally, Bezos manages Bezos Expeditions, a personal investment firm that has invested in companies such as Airbnb, Uber, and other technology-driven startups. His investment strategy emphasizes innovation, scalability, and long-term impact. Personal life. Jeff Bezos was married to Mackenzie Scott for 25 years before their divorce in 2019. The divorce drew global attention due to the scale of the settlement, which made Mackenzie Scott one of the wealthiest women in the world. Bezos and Scott share 4 children, and despite their separation, both have emphasized maintaining a respectful family relationship. In recent years, Bezos' personal life has been more visible in the public eye. He has balanced increased media attention with a focus on philanthropy, exploration, and personal growth. While he maintains a relatively private family life, his actions and decisions continue to attract global scrutiny due to his influence and wealth. A glimpse into his life and holdings. Jeff Bezos' life is a study in long-term vision, calculated risk, and patience. From leaving a secure Wall Street career to building one of the most influential companies in history, his journey reflects a willingness to delay gratification and think decades ahead. His wealth is largely tied to productive assets rather than short-term luxury, and his investments aim to shape the future of commerce, media, and space exploration. Bezos' lifestyle differs from traditional billionaires by prioritizing strategy, innovation, and sustainability. His story shows that success at this scale is not built overnight, but through consistent decision-making and resilience. This glimpse into Jeff Bezos' life highlights not just the wealth he accumulated, but the systems, habits, and risks that made it possible. Jeff Bezos' story is not just about wealth, but about decisions made before success was guaranteed. This was only one chapter of his life. In the next video, we'll uncover the risks and moments that nearly changed his future. If you want to continue this journey with us, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for what comes next.